What's up everyone and welcome to the club. Today we're creating a sketch illustration of a phoenix. Welcome everyone and thanks for joining me today. For this lesson we need our sketch pad and a pencil. I'll start our sketch off with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick, but you're welcome to use whatever you'd like. Let's begin by adding some guidelines to help with the balance and symmetry of our drawing. So let's start at the top of our page in the center. So let's sketch a line coming down the middle using these short lines. Come all the way down towards the bottom. Now let's move back to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. Now you want to use these two lines to help us create a circle in the center of our page. So from that center point, let's move up to the top. I'm going to mark this off. Let's measure this distance from the center down towards the bottom and do the same thing. Let's repeat that across this horizontal line. So measuring the distance from the center over towards the left and then over towards the right. And now I want to connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create the circle. So we'll start with the top left. Just going to roughly work our way around, and this circle doesn't have to be perfect. We're just using this as a guide. We can go back and just modify the shape if we need to, and smooth this out. Now that we have our circle and guidelines in place, let's start blocking out the character. We're going to start from the center. We're going to angle the head coming down across towards the left. Just stretch this up and out towards the right. Now in the center, I'm going to draw a circle to define the size of the eye. So right in the middle, I'm just going to go all the way around. Let's draw a smaller circle in the center. Let's move along this line over toward the left side. We're going to draw in the beak. So we're going to step up, curve the beak going out, go across that line and then down. And I want to pull this up and then in towards the side of the circle. Let's draw a straight angle line. We're going to follow this line going underneath the eye and then out towards the right. From the tip of the beak, we're going to step up, draw the bottom, going up and in towards the circle. Now as we get towards the circle, we're just going to round this out, come in towards that center line, and then bend that back out towards the left. Let's curve this across and then down across the body. Now we're going to clip off the top edge of our circle. So from this line, step up, draw that same angle line, taking out the top of our circle, and just stretch that out. Now right here we're going to curve the head. We're going to go across the neck and then bring that down. Now this line is going to transition into some flames. So right here we're just going to curl this up. Just round this out. We're going to follow the curve of the circle along the outside. Now as you come down, we're going to pull that in towards the neck to right about there. Now with our rough sketch in place, I'm going to go back and clean this up by erasing some of these guidelines. Now once we clean up our drawing, I'm going to use this rough sketch to add some more detail and refine the shapes. Now I'm going to start with the eyes. We're going to pull the eyelid on top. So we're going to step down, curve this across and then down, bend that around the eye. Let's just define the outside edge. I want to add a highlight along the top right side. So I'm going to add a circle just crossing the edge of the pupil. Go back and lightly shade in the inside of the pupil. Let's add a thick brow. Just going to pull this up, bend this across, and then curl that up on the ends. Then from the bottom, just going to add a fold. Now let's draw the edge of the beak. We're going to start up here and bring this down and in. Just blend this in towards the mouth. Coming across and then up. Draw the edge of the beak across the bottom and just reshape the beak along the top and bottom. Let's round out that point. Now right along the top of the head, we're going to add some flames going up and back in. So we just want to add these little points going across. We can vary the size and length. Across the bottom of the chin. Add these little feathers that are going to transition into flames. So we just want to layer this underneath. Just adding these little points coming across and then around the head. We can be quite rough with this. We don't need to get too detailed. So again, just continue to add these curves and feathers. Let's go back up and finish off those flames. Add some rough feathers across the bottom and some flames. And we'll go back and do one final cleanup before I add some more detail and shading. Now I'm going to switch to my thicker pencil. This is my 0.9mm. We're going to add some contrast. So I'm going to start back at the eyes, starting on the top of the eyelid. I'm just going to layer some feathers and wrinkles along the outside of the eye. Darken up the outside edge. And then we're going to add some more detail inside the eye. So start by darkening up the pupil, going around that highlight. And I also want to just feather this out along the outside. On the top of the iris, we're going to darken this up and then gradually fade that down to add a bit of a glare. I'm just going to add some flames coming out from the edge. So these little points, just randomly adding these in between on the outside. And now I'm going to move to the side edge of my 2mm pencil and add some light shading and tones. So I'm going to start at the beak. I'm going to darken up the tip and then fade that across towards the face. Also darkening up the bottom of the beak. Now I'm just going to layer some texture on top of my shading. Now as we get closer to the end, I'm just going to tighten up my shadows in detail and always be sure to sign my artwork. And that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of a phoenix. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you do, please be sure to subscribe for more videos each week where I'll show you how to draw different characters just like this. I want to thank you for watching and I'll see you again soon.